And the first one is
TSA PRECHECK.
We didn't plan that. That was not planned. That was not planned.
Always choose a hotel that has a free breakfast.
Yeah, we're all irritated. It's like 6 in the morning. I'm like, it's very easy.
If the coach offers to take you to lunch or take you to dinner, don't turn it down, because not only is it like you get to like break bread with each other, but you get to build that relationship with the coaches. All right, this is episode 3 of our season 2 of our podcast. But this round we're going to be more consistent with it and posting more, and yeah, hopefully.
Hopefully.
That's your job.
Oh, I'm going on a bunch of trips, so I don't know how I'm going to be recording and editing, and we'll find
Still
a way.
got vlogs to edit. And
Yeah, I still have to do the Norway vlog. I'm pretty sure they're waiting for it.
yeah, they asked us the other day on FaceTime. They're like, when's the vlog going to be ready?
I was like, I don't know either.
That's
I'm
next
still working
on
it.
that's next in the docket though, right?
Yeah, so I just finished editing episode 1 of this podcast. Next is the vlog, and then after that I will do episode 2 of this podcast, and then this one, right? Or what's the one we're recording right now?
So it's about to be choreography season.
Mm-hmm.
You're literally leaving tomorrow to go to Denver.
Yeah, United sucks.
Yeah, for some reason, I think maybe it's the basic economy seat, but he can't get his boarding pass until he gets there. But if you check a bag, you can get your boarding pass online.
That makes 0 sense.
Makes no sense.
But whatever. I'm traveling to Denver tomorrow morning at 6 in the morning. Hopefully getting early check-in so I can chill for like...
Sleep, choreograph.
Yeah, like finalize choreography. My process on that, I haven't really done too much other than like figure out some moments, but I haven't put 5, 6, 7, 8. I kind of like doing that like very last minute. That way it's raw and fresh.
Yeah.
And I'll record all that too, so.
Yeah. And then next week is crazy. So you're going to...
Kentucky. Sorry.
Well, you're flying to Nashville, getting a car, driving to Kentucky from Monday to Thursday. Setting your first game day routine ever. And then on Thursday, you're flying from Nashville to Charlotte, going straight on another job. You're doing a master class and another routine.
Who's that?
Lake Norman.
Lake Norman.
Yeah.
Do we have a mix for them yet?
Not yet.
Jesus. See. I don't know.
And then
Okay,
you come home for like a little bit on Sunday night, and then Monday leaving for San Antonio for Ronald Reagan.
Why do you stress me out so much?
You asked me to talk about our plans, so these are our plans for the next 2 weeks.
I actually didn't ask.
Yes, you did.
I asked you.
So what we're going to talk about today is just tips for those that want to become a traveling choreographer, and just all the things, and
how to, like, what are
easing
some,
the process.
What makes traveling as a choreographer easier? And a lot of it, like, even just traveling in general, because some of these tips I wish I did when I was just like traveling from somewhere to somewhere.
Yeah, like not even just as a choreographer, but just as a person.
Yeah. But because we're taking so many flights, like what you just said, getting a rental car, flying to here, driving back to here, flying over to there. What are some like things that are practical or like logical to do just to make the trip easiest? And the first one is TSA PRECHECK. We didn't plan that. That was not planned. That was not planned. It's not even the first thing in our notes.
Nope.
It's not. It's like the third. TSA PRECHECK. Literally, okay. One of my jobs.
So, for example, if Troy's leaving at 6 o'clock tomorrow morning and he drives himself to the airport, there's been times he'll wake up at 5, get there, get through TSA PRECHECK, and be at his gate right on time to board.
Yes. I've gotten to the airport 15 minutes before my flight departed and made it to my
And granted, we live like 10 minutes from the airport.
I try not to do that because it was very stressful.
Yeah.
But I saw the regular TSA line, and then the pre-check. If you don't know what TSA pre-check is, it's literally like...
You don't have to take off your shoes. You have your own line. You don't have to take your electronics out.
What's that? It's like a fast pass at Disneyland.
Yeah.
You're just like, sorry, later. And then you keep your shoes on. You don't have to take your laptops out. No devices. You just walk through the metal detector, and you're good to go. And it's
helps for... It's like $80 for 5 years.
Dude, everyone should be getting this.
Yeah.
Like, it's the easiest, fastest way, especially at the Orlando airport.
Oh, yeah.
That Orlando airport is really terrible, but it's even worse if you don't have TSA PreCheck.
Yeah, but the Orlando TSA PreCheck is like the Vegas regular
Yeah.
TSA.
Yeah. But in general, TSA
But it still
PreCheck
helps
saves
to have it.
so much time, and that's less time you have to worry about like getting and setting up. Like with our boys too, it's so much easier going through TSA PreCheck instead of like having to take off all the shoes, get off all the laptops, and then worry about the boys, like making
It's
sure
already
they're
bad
not.
enough to have to put the toys on the conveyor belt.
Because Daniel always has to bring a car or a Lego brick or something.
Yeah.
And Joven has to have a snack or a phone.
Or an iPad.
Yeah, and it's just one less thing to worry about. TSA PreCheck, get it today if you don't have TSA PreCheck.
And the reason we always mention the Orlando airport is because most choreographers, we all go in and out of there for nationals, for worlds, for summit, for vacation. So you need to be aware that Orlando has the worst TSA that we've ever experienced.
Yeah, and if you can get a whole team that has TSA PreCheck, you will be in and out of that airport in the airport into your gate in like 10, 15 minutes. And it's way better than doing an hour in through TSA, which the wait times at.
I mean, there's other things at Orlando that bother me too, like the long Southwest line to check in bags.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
Whatever.
Well, it eases the process. It's
Yeah.
one less difficult step that you have to worry about.
Yeah.
And or even clear. Like I don't do clear, but I know Joe does. Joe,
Maybe we need
my boss.
Maybe we need to do global entry if we're gonna be traveling
Global
international.
entry. We are traveling international, hopefully.
Yeah, it's a surprise.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay, all right. Global entry, like clear, those similar things. Like if you travel abroad, like to other countries, global entry is like the TSA PreCheck of.
What's the price difference for clear? Do you know the price for clear?
No, I don't. But I've considered it. I should ask because I'm going to the airport literally in like
Less than 24 hours.
less than 24 hours.
But in general, like
Google it.
$80 for TSA PreCheck for 5 years. If you fly like 8 times in 5 years, that's $10 per.
Flight, and that to me is worth it.
Yeah.
With the amount of we're flying, it's more than that. So.
You're doing 10 flights in like 2 months.
I know. So if you do travel a lot, or even if you just travel more than frequent, you know, like once a month, once every 2 months, I think it's worth it. Period.
Especially if you live in near like a major airport.
Yeah, but
Sometimes smaller airports don't offer TSA PreCheck separately, but if you have it, they'll give you like a
little pass.
A pass to be like, oh, they don't have to take off their shoes or
yeah,
whatever.
even that. Like people take forever to take off their shoes, belts, all of that, and I just walk straight through.
Yeah.
But that's like another tip too, is like when you get to the airport, don't figure out what you need or don't need at the airport. Like when I go through the little scanner thing, because that's really the most difficult part, I only have the things that I need to get me to and from.
Yeah.
So I don't have my keys. As soon as I unlock my car, I put my keys in my backpack. As soon as I get to the TSA terminal, my AirPods, that's it. That's all I carry with me is keys, AirPods, phone, and wallet.
Well, wallet is connected to your phone.
Yeah, so I have like this one device, and that's all that I need to get through TSA. And then once I go through the metal detector, I just take my phone and wallet, throw it in my backpack, push it through.
Yeah.
That's like another thing. It's like people don't they bring coins, or they wear big necklaces,
or keep their
really big watches.
Forget to take their belts off.
They leave. I don't know, dude. Like I've seen it all. Like they'll be literally carrying water bottles through TSA. I've seen a lady.
That's why sometimes the offices are like, empty your water bottles, and people still bring water bottles up.
Right. So that's another tip. It's just like if you want to go faster, just premeditate that just a little bit. Like have only what you need. If it's just your phone and your wallet, or for ladies, like you probably have a clutch, like have those things on you, and everything else goes in your backpack immediately, like before you even put it on that little rolly thing. Because the amount of times I've seen people just try to bring water bottles through, and I'm like, dude, what are we doing?
Yeah.
That holds up the whole line, and then we're all irritated. It's like 6 a.m. I'm like, it's very easy. Anyways.
Get TSA PreCheck, bottom
TSA
line.
PreCheck, yeah.
The next thing is like, if you spend a lot of time at airports, or if you have like layovers, it's nice to have this thing called Priority Pass. Or sometimes, like with my Capital One credit card, I get Priority Pass with that too. But it's not the unlimited one. I think it's just 10 visits throughout the year. But either way.
But we have
Priority Pass is like you get access to like the airport lounges anywhere, whatever's available. We have 2 in Vegas. One is at D Gates and one is at Terminal 3. It's pretty much you just get, there's an espresso machine in there, there's free food, free sodas, free drinks, all the things that you'll spend at a expensive airport restaurant. You can go there if you travel at least 10 times a year. It's worth it.
Instead of getting $30 mediocre food, you
can get free mediocre
food. And the benefit of that is like there's high-speed Wi-Fi.
Yeah, and
nerds like me.
you're not just chilling at a busy gate.
Yeah, the lounge itself is very spacious. Like there's even places to like sleep.
Yeah.
So they have like reclining
Those beds
chairs.
are always taken though.
Yeah, but like they have the reclining chair. I've never actually like slept there, but like the
'Cause
reclining
we
chair.
don't allow ourselves that much time.
Yeah.
But it's cool. The one at D Gates in Las Vegas has like, sometimes they'll do pastas, soup, salad, fruit.
Yeah. Fresh
Espresso
foods,
machine.
Espresso machine, water bottle refills.
Yeah.
Like it's
Snacks like trail mix, banana chips. I've had that.
and sometimes at an airport, like the buzz of like an airport is really stressful too. Like having to navigate through people. Sometimes you just want to like this is where I sit until I have to board.
Yeah.
And that's nice too. It's like it's not so like frantic or busy. Yeah.
But sometimes they have clubs like at other airports, but a lot of the big ones surprisingly don't, which is kind of
That's why we want to get like some
disappointing.
more credit cards to.
Yeah, I kind of want to get Delta Sky Club one day. But we've been to the one in Orlando, right? Or we tried to, it was busy. They were like on a waiting list
the
or
waiting
whatever.
list.
I've been to the one in Atlanta, Cleveland.
I wish I could tell you which ones I've been to, but I don't remember.
There's when you scan in, it'll
really?
show you your
Because I've went to a
history.
few and I don't remember.
Yeah.
But almost every big airport has a lounge, and if you have a 4-hour layover, just go chill at the lounge for 4 hours. You don't have to walk around and get expensive food. It's all free, and that's
Like
that's
a
nice
$20
tip.
sandwich or
Yeah, that's way better than spending $30.
And then, so if you get priority pass, like you get access to, like there's an app that'll show you your nearest airport and like what's available there. And if there's nothing available there, then
and
whatever,
you spending $30 at Applebee's there.
Chili's.
Chili's. Those are the regulars.
My favorite is like a $16 6-inch porta sub.
Dude, that's so annoying. It's so annoying. Why is it so expensive?
Because that's all you can get, and they can.
It's frustrating. Anyways, okay. The clubs. Let's see, what else we got? Oh, let's do devices, because this one's fun. I'm a nerd. I travel with my full laptop.
Yeah.
So it's mostly because I just have to do work. But if you travel with a laptop, there's a few bags that are really necessary. I don't know about you, but I like to always travel with a backpack and then a carry-on. I try my best never to do a check bag.
Yeah.
Because check bags get so bulky and stressful.
And it's kind of annoying to when you come home, you don't want to have to wait at baggage claim. You just
Right.
want to come right out.
I'm going on a 7-day trip or 10-day trip, something like that. What is
It'll
it?
be like 6 nights.
6 nights.
7
I'm going on a 6-night trip. I'm only bringing my backpack and a carry-on.
And your new carry-on.
My new carry-on, because the check bag process is stressful, and also because I travel with my laptop, I put my laptop in my carry-on, and that leaves me more space in my backpack to put clothes and stuff.
Explain what that carry-on is.
It's the NOMATIC everyday carry.
Yeah, so it's not like a normal carry-on.
It's it's a rugged case. I'll put a picture of it there. And what it does is it allows me to put the laptop in the front, protected with it's metal pretty much, and then
So so it's like a skinny carry-on, if you will, for the clothes, and then adds a media tech pocket in the front.
In that front pocket, I can put all my chargers, all my devices, all my everything, and then on the back half of that, it's just my clothes for the.
And this will be your first real time using it, huh?
Yeah, my first time using it on some travel jobs, but we've done some family travel.
Yeah,
with it.
you never used it to its fullest.
And then the backpack, I recommend NOMATIC. These things are awesome, but I have a computer backpack. I have a camera bag, but the cool thing about the camera bags is it stands up. If you put it on,
It won't. Like, it's not like a backpack that'll topple over.
That'll just topple over.
Yeah.
You know, like that's annoying too, because like every time you put your backpack down, it kind of just you have to lean it on something, but mine just kind of like plops, and I can open the top. I'll put it right here too. This one right here. I'll put links to this too, like YouTube videos of cool people using it. There's a zipper at the top, and it's just easy access for whatever you need.
Yeah.
Like I'll usually keep
phone wallet keys.
Phone wallet keys at that top, passport if I need it. And then it has an even bigger opening where I can put clothes, shoes, hats. That's what I'm going to do this weekend is I'm going to put
so that it's not heavy on your back, but all your heavy stuff is in your carry-on.
Correct. So I can literally fit like a pair of shoes, outfits for the whole weekend, plus hats, plus my laptop, iPad.
Plus your panty and your socks.
Everything in these two things.
Yeah.
And I feel like people overpack because they're worried about what they're not going to have. But unless you're traveling to like a really rural area, you know.
If you need something like in emergency, you could go to Target down the street
Yeah.
But that's important too, is just to make sure like you have enough socks for each day, you have a pair of underwear for each day, you have a shirt for each day, and like a couple pairs of pants, because you can reuse. You reuse pants, but
for guys it's different from girls. But
Yeah.
I mean, for me, I pack pretty light on these trips.
wear your hoodie on the plane,
Yeah.
so that it's not too bulky in your carry-on.
Yeah. And so I used to bring my like big camera just because I always wanted to like capture what I do. But right now, like this camera right here is the DJI Osmo 3.
Are you gonna link it right here?
I'll link it
Right here.
here or here or here, somewhere. It'll be somewhere. And this is the first time I'm taking on these travels.
Yeah.
But I'm really excited because one, it's lightweight. It's like the size, it's like
Skinnier than your phone.
yeah, it's really tiny. And then microphones like this connect to it automatically. It has a gimbal, so there's stabilized footage. And you're like, oh, why don't you just record on your phone? Because normally my phone is playing like music.
Yeah.
Or it's connected.
At least
to
now
something.
you can like set up that thing and like record yourself teaching and time lapse it or something.
It can follow me teaching. It's just a one-stop thing to allow me to record without having to pull out a camera, which is bulky, and traveling with it is heavy, or occupying my phone, which is made for music, for playing music or text messages. It's just a device made for one thing, and I really like that. Charging. We have these ANKER battery packs that magnetize. We have iPhones, so we charge our iPhones through the magnet on the back, but we also got the corded ones just in case. And they're both from ANKER, but I think this is like a necessity because there's been many times at the airports where like, you sit down at the thing and you try to plug it
plugs.
in, and the plug doesn't work, or on the plane itself, there's no charging.
Or there is plugs, USBs, but it doesn't work.
You don't have that USB. So what we like to have is just these, I'll link it here. It just fits on the back of the phone and magnetizes, stays there.
Does the one with the little hook, is that a magnet?
Yeah.
The one you got me?
No, not the hook.
Oh, okay.
So I'll link both, but the one I'm talking about, I should have brought
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
But
I know what you're
magnetizes, and then it has like a little thing that you can just flop and it stands up too. So it doubles as a stand. I don't know. Charging your phone is really important because that's how, recently, that's how we get into everything, like checking into planes and checking into Priority Pass. It's all
hotels, all that.
Yeah, so keep your phone charged. I have two options, the MagSafe one. If you don't have a MagSafe, there's a corded ANKER one. It's a fast charge. Literally, like my phone was dead like before we started this.
Yeah, it didn't even charge overnight.
I didn't charge my phone last night, so I plugged it in. It used about half the battery, and it charged it to about 80% right now, which is really cool.
Any more devices?
I have a lot of devices, but I think we talked a lot about the devices.
Yeah. I mean, having an iPad is this will transition us into our next thing, which is, having an iPad helps because we use an app called Arrange Us to do all of our formations. And I'm sure most choreographers know about this, but it helps so much. It's like an app where you can put as many dancers and then you could see, apparently it's a new feature where you could do 10 panels now. So like it helps with like the nationals tape and knowing which spacing you're on, which tick you're on. You can color code different dancers. Like if this is a soloist, it could be green, or if it's, if this is supposed to be a roll off in a V and then the other people aren't, like they could be red and then blue or whatever. And you could also do either circles, triangles, or squares. So there's so many different things.
Arrange Us is really like a game changer because I used to use pennies.
Yeah.
With like little like sticky.
Yeah, you would like move them around and then what, have to take a picture of it? And
well, yeah. Or we write it down on a block, on a sheet of paper, but then
with
that
initials and everything.
That gets long-winded. And then even on Arrange Us, if you buy the premium, which we did, you could.
It's like $25 for a year.
Yeah, and you could put music onto it.
Yeah.
So
you could put music and time it out. So like if one person's moving from center to like a little bit back, they're moving 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then they're there by 8.
Yep.
So it's actually like really, really cool.
Arrange Us is awesome.
Yeah.
Another app that we recommend is
The
next to
music
it,
slow.
the music slow app, Music Speed. It's this guy right here. I don't know if you could see it.
You could probably get a picture of that icon.
But what it allows us to do is slow down music, so that way, when we're creating it, I can do it half tempo, so I can
like more
realistically
realistic.
like get my pacing right. But two, when we teach it, it's easier process to teach to the kids because sometimes when it's fast, they get stressed out, and then they have to move with it, then they get more stressed out. If you slow down the tempo, like to 80, 90%, it's easier for them to catch on to the flow of the music.
Yeah, especially because a lot of our stuff is more intricate and like sometimes fast when it's like, a musicality section or whatever. It's easier to learn it slow to really listen for all the sounds and the beats. Yeah.
Yeah. So get a slow down app.
And most of the time the dancers are like, oh, that's what it is.
Because you have to show them, and then if you let them listen to it a few times, they'll get it. But yeah, some non-negotiables on our apps are Arrange Us and Music Speed. I recommend that 10 times over to any choreographer, period. Like I don't care if you're just choreographing for a JV team or your high school or a middle school, or if you're teaching at a class, like you can literally like slow down the tempo of your song and then allow the dancer to catch up to your pacing and then go, oh, okay, here it is.
Yeah.
Full tempo. Any other apps? No, that's it, right?
No. I think the last thing as far as like a travel tip is maybe like the booking process of like hotels and rental cars or...
This gets into Bree and working with the coach.
Well, like hotels. So, for example, if I'm the one choosing the hotel that I stay at, and this is like a food hack as well, like always choose a hotel that has a free breakfast.
Yeah.
Always. And that's just me when I travel in general, like not just for these work trips, but since I'm responsible for all my own food on these trips, I want to have a free breakfast. Normally they have like bananas and oranges I can grab or little Nutella packets. I always get those. And hot sauce packets. But yeah, always get a free breakfast. And another thing that we were taught, or like a piece of advice from Bree, is if the coach offers to take you to lunch or take you to dinner, don't turn it down, because not only is it like you get to like break bread with each other, but you get to build that relationship with the coaches, and it also saves you money on food.
I will agree to the free breakfast thing, because sometimes on these work trips you're really tired too, because traveling from point A to point B, and then you have to wake up early to travel back to point A to point B to just grab something on the go. And then
at least a banana.
And then at the airport, maybe you're rushing to get to your plane, and then you're traveling to the West Coast from the East Coast, so it's a 3-4 hour flight. You're sleeping on the plane, which means you miss the snacks, which means you don't eat for 6 hours. Like, grab something there that's available and take it to eat. I agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. About breaking bread. You said make sure that the coaches are happy, or you said...
Like if they, like don't rob them of their blessing. If they want to be
yeah.
like, hey, do you want to eat after? Always say yes.
You we have to remember as choreographers, we are servants to them. Like our job is to make sure that they are happy, because if the coach is happy, you get a return client. And so if you are very standoffish about like wanting to spend time with them, sometimes that's all they really want, is just to get to know what you're about. And a lot of the relationships I built with these teams is because I connected with the coach first.
Yeah.
And they can't buy into your, like you'll sell them the choreography, But what really buys them into you and long-term clients is the relationship.
Yeah.
Like I can talk to Alexis, who I'm going to Ronald Reagan in like 3 weeks, 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
We have so much to catch up on, and it is no longer a financial exchange, but it's a relational exchange.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to see her and like, yo, how's the team? What are we talking about? What's your next plans? Making coaches happy is essential to what we do, because if they're not happy, then the dancers clearly won't be happy, and then
Yeah.
you risk of not being rehired again. I think us as choreographers, we get so caught up with like, it has to be my way because this is how I envisioned it, when in fact, you're giving someone, you're a piece of someone else's vision, and you have to allow
They're
them.
paying you for a service, so it has to be what they want.
Yeah, you have to allow them.
Like when
to-
you go get your hair done. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut
No,
you
it's
off.
okay. You have to allow them to have creative control
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
And you can't always have the hand on the wheel, and it might feel irritating when someone goes, no, like this, but it's because they're financially.
And that's how I feel too about like coaches, is like they know their team the best.
Yeah.
Like if we hired out, like for PG, if we hired somebody to come in and do our whole routine, I would want it the way I want it, because I know what my kids are capable of. But I also, in a sense, I also wouldn't hire someone that I don't trust.
Yeah.
But we're also dancers too, so some coaches aren't necessarily like experienced as a dancer on the floor. They're just coaches, and that's fine too. That's why they hire us. That's why we have a job.
I think to be like honest is we're great choreographers, but I think we're better coaches, and so we can see the perspective of a coach over a choreographer standpoint. So
So if they need to change things of our choreography, we don't get butthurt about it. Like if I come back to do some cleaning and the whole routine is different, that's fine too, because not everyone's gonna get our style, and not everyone knows how to clean it.
Right, and we have to be okay with that as traveling choreographers, because it's
We
our
would do the same
creative
thing
vision,
if-
but if it's not working, it's not working.
Yeah.
I wish I could full-time coach the team, because then I would force ways to make it happen.
But that also goes back to like building relationships with the coaches, is because you build a relationship with the coach, then they want to bring you back to clean and prepare for nationals, and they want to even bring you to nationals.
Yeah, there's value in like just caring, like
Yeah.
just genuinely caring about the program, not just giving choreography and then going, good luck, sucks to be you if you lose, like that's.
And then ghost them.
And then ghost them. Yeah, one, you're unlikely to get hired back. Two, you're putting creative vision on something that you're not even gonna follow through with.
Yeah.
And then three, like, it doesn't feel right for me. Like if they are successful, so are we. So why wouldn't I also give everything to make sure that they stay successful?
Yeah.
So I think really most importantly is create a relationship with the coach and follow up frequently. I think monthly is fair, but I try to get videos, I try to get ideas. If I want something changed, I'll tell them. Or if they change something, I would like the opinion. Like, let me be a part of the process. I don't want to have full control, but I want them to know that I'm also here to help.
Yeah.
And then I think also on the note of that, it's like getting to know the dancers as well.
Yeah.
I have to do better at this because I'm terrible with names.
Little things like when we were in Florida with Groundbreakers, Tina was like, "Oh, they're all freaking out over there because you followed them back on Instagram." So little things like that, especially like to high schoolers and like younger dancers, they really like thrive off of that
They
stuff.
value like your attention.
Yeah.
And which is good, obviously like as choreographers, we like the validation, but I think that's surface level. Like if you really start like asking them instead of like, hey, what do you think about this? Is this work for you? Or can you get to this spot? I know it's a little far. Are you okay with that? Instead of telling them
Being
and
receptive
yelling
to
them.
their needs. Yeah.
Yeah, because a lot of dance coaches will just yell, or dance teachers will just yell and expect them to do it, when in fact there's like better ways to nurture those relationships.
Yeah.
And you'll get a better product from your dancer if you're just like caring about, hey, is that possible? Like, I know it's a little far, is that okay? And if they say no, it's like, all right, let me fix it for you because I want you to be happy too.
Sometimes I feel like they'll be like so intimidated by us that they don't say anything. They're just like,
yes, I'll do it, whatever
Yeah.
you say. And that's not what
but
I
then in
want.
reality, like I go back, like they try it 3 times and I'm like, can you really do that, or were you just lying?
So we kind of touched on like just some tips for traveling. I think we're kind of tying the dance portion of this into like
Yeah,
the actual
this could
travel.
be a whole nother
Yeah,
episode.
but there's another tidbit if you're a choreographer that's traveling or looking to travel with your choreography, plan ahead.
Yeah.
And what do I mean plan ahead? I leave for a competition team tomorrow morning, and my process tonight is going to be choreography, straight 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to choreograph out the whole routine tonight.
And then
right
probably
after this.
do formations on the plane.
And then do formations on the plane. But before any of that has happened, I've already planned out my moments and tricks.
Yeah.
So in the song, it's a 2-minute set. I have already planned out where I want each of my moments. It could be a lift, it could be a trick, it could be a groove, it could be
a
something.
roll off
Something. There's a moment for each. And then so now my choreography is shorter because all I have to do is fill in the gaps. Fill in the gaps for choreography between the moments. And if you don't plan ahead like that and you just show up with choreography, you're kind of just hoping that the moments matter. But make the moments make sense.
Yeah.
Choreograph the in-betweens, make them nice and clean, and then block it. Put it all into arrange as. I usually ask the coaches to send me a list of best dancer to not best dancer, and then whatever tricks they have, like if it's 1 to 10, and then I number them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and block from there.
And this is something we can talk about, like this stuff all day, like our process and stuff like that. But just as the basis of it, make sure you are proactive in speaking with the coaches and getting all your info, getting all your ducks in a row.
Yeah, send them my trick ideas so that they can workshop them. Talk to the coach, like what's their strengths? Are they better in tricks? Do you want full tricks? Do they want to be lifted? Who can be lifted? Who do you trust? Who's good for a solo moment? Like these are good questions to be asking full time before you even show up to choreography, because that'll help you block and that'll help you create easier. Yeah, get those cool devices.
Yeah. I think our next episode will touch on like culture and just being a coach and being a coach that's also a choreographer, because not all coaches are choreographers. So
not all choreographers are coaches.
Exactly. So we'll touch on that in episode 4.
Yeah. And if you have like any ideas or suggestions, maybe there's something we missed, something we didn't talk about, we're open to hear it. So comment down below, like, subscribe if this is something you're interested in.
Follow us on Instagram.
At TMCorrales.choreography. Because we're really only trying to provide avenues for dancers like us to speak and have genuine conversations about what we do. We're hoping to bring guests on very soon and talk more about dance, family, life coaching. All right, we're done.
Bye.